Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today's video is going to be all about activating Buy with Prime on Shopify. Yes, we're going to be talking about the option that your customers have at checkout to check out using their Amazon Prime account, which is really cool. Before we get started with the video, if you are interested in videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe, click the post notification bell button. And then also, if you are interested in switching over to Shopify, be sure to click the link down below. We're going to get right into the video. So this is going to be an overview style like I do very often. And the purpose of this is just to give you an overview of what Shopify is offering in regard to Buy with Prime on Shopify. So it reads, you can add the Buy with Prime button on your product detail page to offer Amazon Prime members a seamless checkout experience, fast and free delivery, and free returns on eligible orders. You don't need to sell on Amazon.com to use Buy with Prime. Buy with Prime can also help improve conversion rates by letting customers know that they have an option to pay, using Shopify or checking out using their Amazon Prime account. The Buy with Prime button is automatically matched to the theme in your Shopify store, which is super cool. I'm just excited to know that this is an option. I had no idea that Amazon Prime customers could check out using their login information, which is huge because a lot of people don't necessarily like typing in all of their information into different websites. So this will definitely help conversion rates, like it mentioned. It also goes over some terms and eligibility. So to be eligible, there are a set of requirements for your store to meet and terms that you have to agree with. So these requirements are in place to ensure a consistent experience for merchants and customers. This list of requirements is subject to change without notice. So your store has to be based in the United States and you have to sell in USD. Your store ships domestically in the United States. Your Shopify payments account must be active. Amazon Pay with Shopify payments must be active. Your store needs to be on an active basic Shopify plan or higher. If you're on a Shopify Plus merchant, or if you're a Shopify Plus merchant, then you need to be using a checkout extensibility, and then also have never violated the Shopify acceptable use policy. If you want to know more about that policy, again, you can go to the Shopify Help Center and you can click on that hyperlink. Those are some things to consider there. Usage of Buy with Prime is governed by the Buy with Prime Merchant Console Service terms, and it also goes over what those terms are. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you want a more in-depth video, because this is just going to be a brief overview, be sure to go to the Shopify Help Center or pull up shopify.com. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning or not. But all the information is here. So it also goes over how to activate it. It gives you like step-by-step instructions, which are very seamless and easy to follow. You can also deactivate the option. I do want to stress the fact that you do need to be using Shopify payments like the screen just read, or like the screen just showed and I read. I don't use Shopify payments, so this option will not be available to me. Before you turn on Shopify payments, I would strongly recommend you checking out the policies in regard to Shopify payments. How does the chargeback system work? Will it align with your refund policy? Is this something that you want to go through? Anytime you add something new to your account, I cannot stress enough. I try to stress this as much as I can to read through all of the policy information in depth, because once you add the service on your account, and let's say you start getting orders and you don't have any idea of how their chargeback process works, you don't have any idea of how their dispute process works, if they even have one, you don't know the percentage that you're going to be charged off each payment, that can definitely make it very challenging for you in the long run when something does arise that you weren't expecting. So it's very important to be prepared. Right now, I'm scrolling through the Buy with Prime just to give you some ideas of the different fees that are associated, like the fulfillment fees and the Prime service fees. I'm not going to spend too much time, but I did want to just show you all an idea of some of the fees associated with this. Not saying that I don't think it's a good idea still, and not saying that I don't think it can help increase your orders and conversion rate like we mentioned, but I am saying that you want to make sure that you know all the information possible. So although I'm doing an overview, I really recommend, if you are going to switch over to using this option on your website, you take a good look, because I'm not sure exactly how the refund policy will work. You'll have to do a little bit more research on that, or I can make a separate video if you're interested. But that's something that you definitely want to know about before you just switch over. However, I do think this is a really cool idea. Another reason that I think this is cool is because have you noticed how long people are staying on your website? A lot of times consumers don't really stay on websites very long, especially with all the different pop-ups, and you have social media, and there's just so many distractions. Every day it seems like there's growing more options and more platforms for distractions, more pop-ups. And so the faster you can get that order, the better. But also, the faster you get the sales, sometimes the more buyer's remorse you have. So I don't think this is necessarily going to prompt more buyer's remorse, but I do think that it's going to prompt a faster experience, because one of the reasons that I enjoy using Amazon is because it allows me to quickly check out and I get the next day shipping. Now, I do want to say this too. If you are a business that is not able to offer next day shipping or same day shipping to your customers, you may want to reconsider adding this to your account as well. So it does go over a little bit in regard to handling refunds and returns. So when they submit a return with the free return window, you can learn more about how they can use it with the Buy with Prime refunds. So if this is something that you don't offer, if you don't offer refunds for your customers, if you don't offer a return policy, this is something that, again, you want to consider. It goes over, like I said, a few different ways that you can tell how much you're going to be charged for the order. So some of the orders will be weighted. They go over the different processing fees. And all of that information is on the screen. I'm not going to get, like I said before, too in depth with all of the specifics. I just want to show you where you can find this information. And also, if you want to take a screenshot of some of the information, you can do that as well. But I was just super excited to hear that this is an option. This is one reason why I continue to use Shopify for my e-commerce site, because Shopify is very innovative and they can consistently move forward. So just when you think that Shopify is done, like they're not doing anything else, something else rolls out. I don't know how long this option has been out, but I do feel like this is going to be a very popular option because it has a lot of benefits. There are a lot of e-commerce stores already using Shopify Prime. There are a lot of e-commerce stores already offering or they have the ability to offer the next day shipping. And so this will work really well for a lot of stores. Not all stores, but a lot. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.